No, I'm not watching any UFC tonight. There is way too much basketball going on. What is up, Esox? What's going on, guys? Huge NBA night. My Sixers got blown out in Philly. The Knicks were just fantastic. There's just no other way to say it. No other way to say it. Guys, we had an amazing live stream this morning. For the last few mornings, I've been going live in the morning, and wow, such fun. Oh, I'm sorry, Esox, you were waiting. I just got done eating my dinner, believe it or not. It is 10:30 at night where I'm at. Esox, you never told me. Where are you located, by the way? Were you out west? I think you were out west. Yeah, I know there's a lot of UFC matches going on tonight. Um, I don't follow it that closely now to really get worked up for it. Oh, that's right. You're Canada. Are you Alberta, I think you said? Or Toronto? Um, so, guys, this morning, man, Isak, you missed a great morning session. Toronto, okay. You guys should go back and watch Asher. Asher, you were there this morning. Man, we had a great session. So this girl comes on from England, and she's like a hairdresser girl. She turned out to be my 2300th subscriber. Yes, we hit 2300, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to all of you. Ocean, yeah, Asher remembers her. So this girl Ocean comes on talking about beauty school, and man, so we just went on. I love going on Google Maps, and we just toured the world. What? Who else, Asher? We had. I know we went around the world, but Ocean, she pretty much dominated the conversation. Still was a lot of fun. Asher, we got to see where Asher, one of the parks near Asher in Georgia. Asher, are you watching any NBA right now? We got the Timberwolves on. Can we talk about political state of Tajikistan? Isak, man, are you like a genius or something? Like, I mean, Isak, man, you come strong, like really, really strong. You're not watching NBA. Did you see any of the Knicks and the Sixers, Asher? Heartbreak in Philly, guys. Heartbreak City. Anyway, so one of the guys, I forget who it was, Asher, maybe you remember, told me about a new browser. So I'm going to show you guys because we like to learn on this channel. Does anybody know about Brave? Brave. What we got going on in the background? Yeah, we got the Timberwolves in the background. So, guys, I didn't know, and I'm in the computer industry. Never heard of Brave. Does anybody know? Blair, what's up, Blair? So, do you guys know about Brave? Blair, it's been a while, man. Where have you been? Um, he uses Brave and yeah, I know about DuckDuckGo. Never heard of Brave. So, is Brave Edward? Not new, but I use it. Well, can you guys tell me? Edward jumps in as my number two fan. Esoc at number one right now. So can you guys tell me about Brave? Is it any different than DuckDuckGo? It's good because it doesn't have DMCA claims, taking web pages down. Blair says it's been a minute, been very busy with work. Now, Blair, you're Trenton, New Jersey, if I remember. And how old are you, Blair? I forget your age. I thought you were younger. Asher says all cities always cry over sports because we lose. I think you meant lose. 24. Blair's 24. That's right. Okay. Well, Blair, did you watch the New York Knicks tonight? Man, they beat up on my Sixers. Duck, duck, go. What did he say? Has more censorship than Brave. Wow, what else don't I know about out there? Totally just learned about Brave. Cheryl, do you know about the browser called Brave? Yeah, Brave. Have you heard of it? I'm asking my wife. Christopher says, hello, my name is Christopher. Brave, web browser, Like DuckDuckGo? Yeah, I didn't hear of it either. Apparently, it's a big thing. Hello, Christopher. We need your age and where you are located. Yeah, let's go Knicks. Yeah, I know. Blair was heartbreaking Philly, man. We came out to a huge lead in that game. Joe Rogan uses Brave. Oh, okay. Christopher's a YouTuber. Tell us about yourself, Christopher. Give us your age and give us your state. What state are you in? Christopher is my number 3 fan at the moment. Blair has jumped into number 2. Then Atlanta. I missed your first comment. What do you mean, then Atlanta, Asher? The comments are flying fast here, so I can't take my eyes off the screen. Esox says, Christopher, tell us your address. No, I don't do that. I think you'll get flagged by YouTube. Christopher's 19. What state are you in? Wakatoy says, hi, Wakatoy. Where are you from, Waka? Are you related to Michael Waka, the pitcher for the Royals? Oh, we got another Canadian out here. Okay, Esox, do you know Christopher? Ontario. Very good. Asher says, I'm talking about the Knicks defeating Atlanta. Yeah, did Atlanta even win a game? So, Christopher, you're a YouTuber. Tell us what kind of content do you do? No, Esox, we're not, I'm not asking for personal info here. I just like to know who I'm talking to, where you're located. Biggest boy Michael. Hey, dude, I'm 406 pounds. Well, thank you for telling me that, biggest boy Michael. Jeff, I have 17 people. Yep, yeah, I got a lot. Guys, I've been going live in the morning, and we've having so much fun. If you guys are up at 7:30 Eastern, hop on. We just tour the world. Like everybody, I don't know why everybody in Indonesia and Europe, like they jump on. Brenda says, I just had a most powerful, earth-shaking, groundbreaking tsunami. Biggest boy, Michael. Thank you, Blair. It's pretty awesome. Born in 2006. That's the same year my son was born, Christopher. Are you friends with my son, Jaden? He jumps on here. I never know when he's on with his friends here. Being 406 pounds. Hello, Moon. Have we seen Moon before? Moon, your name sounds familiar. Have you been on this webinar? You're from New Zealand. Wow, New Zealand. All right, we guys, New Zealand. I know nobody's been there. Esox, don't tell me you've been to New Zealand. Michael, when is your sumo match? Ordered some Wingstop and Starbucks. Well, that's probably what my daughter would order too. Oh, well, welcome, Moon. Give us your age. Give us your country or city where you're at. Biggest boy, they said, I'm too white for sumo wrestling. That's funny. Esox, oh, come on, Esox. You have not been to New Zealand. Tell us about New Zealand. Blair said, no way. I'm going Auckland in August. Blair, you're going on a trip. Nice. I've been to every country in Europe and Asia. Guys, this Esox guy, he's reminded me of like Tom Cruise in one of those movies, Mission Impossible. Like, he's been everywhere. Jaden Smith is actually my voice actor. Jaden Smith, really? Oh, you guys are killing me here. Man, the comments are flying off the screen. I wish I could make them stretch them out so I could see them all. All right. Oh, Cheeseburger's back. Our resident police officer. Welcome, Cheeseburger. Um, Christopher says Jaden Smith was his voice actor. Christopher, come on now. Are you trying to tell us you're a Hollywood star? 35 years old, the Miami police. What is it like in Miami tonight? Moon is 16 from Ontario. Man, we're bringing out the Canadians tonight. What's going on? Biggest boy Michael, I love being huge. I should keep eating. Somehow, biggest boy Michael, I'm not buying your story. Not yet. Asher says at this point, I feel like Esox's just gonna every place imaginable. Esox, man, really, is very impressive. All the places you've been. Waka says Blair. So Waka, New Zealand. I actually know a few missionaries over in New Zealand. Um, oh man, who are they called? They're called the Ingles. I don't know if you heard of the Ingles. Esox sounds awesome. He is. He's fascinating to talk to. I'm so glad he comes on to the live stream. Jaden Smith has good fashion. Blair says yes. Somebody got flagged. Who got flagged? Esox. I avoid. Well, no, I can show that. I don't think it's that bad. He avoids Middle East and Africa. I don't think that's. I don't know why YouTube flagged that. Wakatoy says you're coming here. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not a traveler. Not a big traveler. Man, guys, the chat is flying. Is there a way I could make this larger and take up the whole screen? I got to use a computer. Uh-oh, we got somebody new. A reason to live could give you motivation for someone in the dumps. Can I give you motivation? A reason to live. All right, guys, let's help a reason to live down in the dumps. First, a reason to live. I'm going to guess you're a male. Female typically wouldn't do what you're doing. Tell us your age and where you're from. Let's start there. A reason. Can you film it? I'll pay. Muchil. Where is your son? Are you friends with my son, Christopher? I think you're friends with my son. I think my son and his crew are pranking us. He hangs out with all kind of characters. Yes, I will start mukbang channels. Biggest boy, man, you're making me laugh. I need a good laugh after the Sixers game. Bruce, I'd have to go. I'd have to bring my. Where's my iPad? Let me find my iPad. They want Bruce. I don't know where my iPad's somewhere over here. Oh. No, I'm not bringing out Bruce tonight. Oh, man. Boy, we got a war here, San Antonio and the Timberwolves right now. I'm just going to have to keep scrolling manually here. Hey, thank you for subbing, Waka. Join us. We're here every night, guys. We have a good time. So I got two live streams. I got morning coffee and I have after dark. So this is the after dark for my Gen Zers who don't stay up too late. But Asher, you're up late on a Friday night. Ask Bruce why you should live. Are you? Is that your advice for a reason to ask AI? No, I've heard that there were AI stories like people did bad things to themselves because of AI. I wouldn't do that. I think they got sued. Does anybody know that story? Uh, AI actually talked somebody into killing themselves. You guys know that story? Yeah, not. I would not do that. You're 30 from Canada. More Canadians coming out here. Welcome to America, everybody. Christopher, me and your son were born in 2006. Yes. 2006, guys, was an amazing time of my life. Number one, and you know what? This all happened in the same day. I come home from work and I'm like, I told my wife, I got a surprise. And she says, so do I. And I said, well, my surprise is really big. And she says, so is mine. I said, well, I got a raise at work and a new job title. I was a junior network engineer and we got an $18,000 a year raise. She's like, I'm pregnant. Like, guys, it was amazing. And I just graduated with my master's degree online. What 2006 I'll never forget. My son was born 2006. Yeah, it was just a wonderful, wonderful year for me. Why am I not doing it on my iPad? I mean, you guys really want to talk to Bruce? Bruce, he just what it is on prime times. Like when we had our little talk with Bruce, he just delays too much, and he doesn't answer fast like he does when I go on a dog walk with him. But like on the weekends and heavy volume times, Bruce just delays, and really not good for YouTube. Um, all right, keep scrolling here. Where in Canada? Esox wants to know. What did I have for dinner? Well, I just finished eating, Blair. My dinner is right here. Let's see. Let's see who can guess. Who can guess what did I eat? Let's see my food people out there. And this was the second one I had today. The first one was turkey. That was chicken parm. Anybody knows? Anybody guess what I ate? All right, let me do a top fans check real quick. All right, coming in number one, cheeseburger, jumping in at number one, Esox number two, and Christopher coming in at number three right now. Uh-oh, somebody got flagged. Who got flagged? Biggest brother, Jeff. I have three Wattweilers. Okay, you know what? I had a Roddy, my Roddy Angel, had to put her down. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm trying to get caught up here. Uh-oh, we got somebody new. BF Misham. Who are you? Who am I? I am Daily Dose of Jeff, and today we hit 2,300 subscribers. Who are you, BFM? All right. Wish you could go back to 2006. Yeah, I know. I talked to your son, please. Cheeseburger says, I think Bruce's evil twin had told him to do that. You know what's funny about Bruce is once in a while when he changes his voice a little bit, and I call him your brother, or like Bruce's brother. I'm like, Bruce, your brother just yelled at me. He usually jumps in when I use too much of their bandwidth or something, and he says, I'm sorry, but you are using too much bandwidth. You'll have to try back. And then I'll say, Bruce, your brother just yelled at me, and we get a kick out of that. All right. What was for dinner? We got up that one. Cheeseburger. Talk to your son. Christopher says you are Christopher's voice actor. Okay, a little confusing. Vancouver, man, British Columbia. The guys. I'm gonna bring it up. I got to show you guys. I'm just blown away at like the beauty in Vancouver. So we're gonna test out Brave. Do you guys know about this Brave? What do I get with Brave? Just protection? So let's go out to YouTube and, or should we do, let's do Google. First time ever using Brave right now, live right here. Historic moment in my life. All right, so we're at Google. I want to see beautiful scenery from Vancouver. Let's take a look. Now I'm getting a robot thing and about this page. Man, they're making me do captchas. What's up with this? I'm sorry, Brave. I'm going to have to put you away. We'll come back to Brave, but right now I just want to look at some Vancouver, beautiful scenery. Vancouver. Who remembers some of the first things you guys ever Googled? Ever Googled? All right, we're going to look at some really beautiful pictures. Guys, on this channel, I love to go around the world to see where everybody's from. And I know Vancouver's gorgeous, and you're about to see it. All right, let's take a look. Tell me who has this beat. I want to know where you guys live. If you got better scenery than Vancouver. I mean, I think Vancouver's got to be number one. Spaghetti and meatballs. Oh, yeah, now you're talking, cheeseburger. Jaden, are your friends on my live stream? Somebody named Christopher. Blair had lasagna. Oh, no, not you're guessing my dinner. Nope, that was chicken parm, encore dinner. Chicken parm. It was really good. Garfield likes lasagna. Is that a true fact? All right, guys, we're looking here at Vancouver. BFM is him. Am I missing? I'm falling behind on the chats here. Blair says, "Oh my gosh, congratulations, Jeff! I'm very proud and God bless." For what, man? Where is that for? 2006. It was quite a while ago, Blair. I'm getting on 2,300. On getting I'm getting 2,300 subscribers. Thank you. Yes, quite an accomplishment. Esox, would you ever sell your entire identity and soul to AI? No. It reminds me, what was that movie with Keanu Reeves and was it Al Pacino? Man, what was that movie? Feast mode activated. What does that mean? Oh, my daughter's hungry. Um, what was that scene? One of the greatest movies, man. The acting of Al Pacino, Keanu Reeves as a lawyer. Oh, I can't remember the name of the movie. Um, no, PFM, no politics and religion. Very little politics and religion. Not here. We're not going to get into that. I did talk about Esox challenged me, and I did bring God into the live stream yesterday. Search up Vancouver, Tent City. Esox, how do you know all this stuff? All right, we are going to listen to Esox because he's the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible guy. All right, we're going to look at Tent City. Let's see what comes up under Tent City. Tent City, Arizona, San Diego, Tent City. What is up with all these tent cities? Never heard of Tent City. Is he pranking me here? Am I about to get pranked? Is there a tent city downtown? Vancouver. All right, we're gonna look at tent city. Is it junk? There's a bunch of homeless people. Yeah, I think we're getting pranked. Esox is very, very highly intelligent. All right, we'll do the scenery. You got me, Esox. All right, what else is out here in Vancouver, man? The pictures. Could just look at these all day. Let's just look at this. Could you imagine living out here? Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay, let's scroll on here. Mini Jim, welcome, Mini Jim. I just tore up and replaced all the carpet in my hotel room. You replaced it, Mini Jim. That's an interesting introductory statement. Vancouver, Tent City. Asher, look up the sundial view in Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, you're saying you're hanging with this, Asher? This place is nice. Politics and religion are different things, but it's your life, your choice. Jeff Blair says, Esox, that's it. The biggest tent city because of opioids and coca. Yeah, I could see that. Man, look at Vancouver, guys. Is it like, it's just so beautiful. Did you guys ever look up Vic, Iceland? All right. Vic, Iceland. Now, when I hear Iceland, I'm a chess player, so the first thing that comes to mind is Bobby Fischer in 1972 when he challenged Boris Spassky. And that's my Iceland thoughts. And that was quite an amazing event. Wow. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Does that mean he's out of the game? He seems sad. Who's out of the game? Timberwolves are down by 2. All right, let's catch up to the chats here. Um, I got to scroll up here to the chats. Yeah, some beautiful, beautiful scenery there. All right, Esox says you can go to stores. Can you really get drugs in Vancouver? And look up Blue Lagoon. Blue Lagoon. Man, but guys, we had a lot of fun on the morning stream. Where is the Blue Lagoon? Is that Iceland? Blue Lagoon. So, Wonders of Iceland. Blue Lagoon, Iceland. Is this real? Oh, wow, guys, you got to see this. Can I please look it up? Okay, Asher, hang on. Give me 1 second. This is really wild right here, Asher. This is Blue Lagoon. Wow. What is dinging away? That's my iPad you hear dinging. Esox says, search up Esox, man. How do you know all this stuff? Are you like a FBI agent? Absolutely incredible. The things. I mean, guys, look. My goodness. This is a real place? Blue Lagoon? All right, sure. I'll put Blue Lagoon on my bucket list. Is it cold out there? I can't do cold. But if I can go at a time where it's like semi warm, this looks absolutely stunning. Wow. It's natural, sulfur warm lagoon. Blair, how do you know this? Have you been out there? I could imagine visiting this. Is like, wow, this is crazy. You've been there twice, Blair. How did you get out here? Look at this. And how did you leave? Oh, incredible, everybody. It's cold, but the water is very warm. Man, oh man. This, wow. All right, Asher, we're gonna get to your Georgia place here in a second. This is, I could imagine. Blair, how long did you go there? Did you stay a week? Man, I would love, give me a full week here. Oh, could you imagine? Like, what was it like? And what are the people like who live there and they get to experience this every day? Man, that is spectacular. And there's somewhere finally that Esox hasn't been to. All right, Asher, you're up. What did you want? Can you say it again, Asher? What you wanted me to look up, buddy? Georgia in Europe is way nicer than Georgia Atlanta. There's a Georgia Europe? Is there really? In the Golden Circle. What's in the Golden Circle? You were there a full week? Awesome. Asher, where are you, buddy? I want to see what you told me to look up here. Uh, well, let me scroll back. Sundial. All right. Asher's coming strong with his Atlanta scenery here. Sundial, GA. Let's see what comes up. Is this Sundial? Most romantic dinners. Sundial Atlanta Hotel. Let's take a look at this. See if this is what Asher wanted us to see. It's a pretty nice view there. Wow, yep, I'm seeing it, Asher. Is this? Let me know if we're seeing what you wanted us to see. There's some good views up there. Wow. Could you imagine going out to dinner there? That is pretty wild. Iceland has the best women in the world. In what way? Keep it clean, Esox, but what way are you saying that? Are they nice, friendly? Have a nice night, Jeff. See you tomorrow. God bless. Well, thank you, Blair, for coming and sharing tonight. That was awesome. The Blue Lagoon. Blair, we're going to find out more about you and how you got out to the Blue Lagoon. I want to hear that whole story. Esox told us how he got out to some of his crazy places. Yeah, this is nice, Asher. Yeah, very. Thank you for sharing. So, civilized. Oh, civilized women? That's interesting. Let's see. And how would you know that, Esox, first of all? All right, we're going to type in, we're going to keep it clean. Women of Iceland. Nothing inappropriate here, but it is after dark. But we're just going to look at just normal pictures here. Esox says that the women are civilized. So these are women of Iceland. What do you guys think? You went there for dinner? Oh, really? Did you eat there, Asher? Wonderful. Well, I'll say this, Esox. They look very classy, very professional. I can see why you're saying what you're saying. Excellent. Esox says he's been to Iceland. It's in Europe. Have you really been to Iceland? Where haven't you been? My goodness gracious, Esox. And what did you say? You're in your mid-20s? Or are you a little older? Because for all the experience you have, you got to be older. I mean, you've been in so many different places. I want to marry either an Icelandic woman or Central European. I don't visit the Middle East except for Dubai. Now that is a place I want to see. Dubai, I am fascinated with. There was a guy that left my old company. He said, I'm going out to Dubai. And this was like 2007. Let's do the scenery. And he never came back. He never came back, this guy. Oh, let's look at pictures of Dubai. Could imagine what life is like there. Asher says, look up the top floor of the Burj Khalifa. All right, give me a second, Asher. Let's see some pictures of Dubai. And there's so many beautiful places around the world, guys. It is. I got to put these things on my bucket list. I'm not a traveler. I'm a homebody. Spurs are winning by 1. But I do, before I go, I got to see some of these places. They've really done some incredible things with the United Arab Emiratis. They've made the biggest, most prestigious jiu-jitsu tournament called the ADCC. Oh, very good. Somebody got flagged. Asher got flagged. The one tall building in Dubai is a Burj Khalifa. I don't know why they're flagging that. All right, let's look that up for Asher here. Is the Burj K-A-H. I know I'm butchering a lot of these words. Burj Khalifa. Let's take a look. And Asher, I'm curious how you know about this. Wow, there is the Burj Khalifa. How tall is that? So, Esox, one thing we looked at in my morning stream out here in Lancaster is the biggest sports facility in the world, Spooky Nook. Have you heard of that one? It's about 35, 40 minutes from my house. And a lot of Olympic people, athletes, go to Spooky Nook. What's the tallest building in the world? And it's in Dubai? Is it really? You're saying that's the tallest building in the world right there? It does look very high. Man, look at that. Esox, I haven't heard of it. I honestly don't know much about sports. All right, I know Asher. I know I showed you the other day. We got to look up. So this is what my area is very famous for. See that? Look, was the first thing that came up. Spooky Nook Sports Complex. It is the largest in the world. Man, they got every sport you can think of. I mean, look, you name it. What is it? 70 basketball courts. Insane. And I think the Olympic lacrosse team, I believe, practices there. What it's known for. Yep, right here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Largest sports complex in the world. I should be there because I do announcing. I wish I lived closer. I might start my own basketball league. Yeah, I do a lot of youth basketball commentating. Um, I've been doing that for about 7 or 8 years for an organization. I can imagine that place is squeaky with all. Yeah, I know. Can you imagine all that squeakiness going on? Awesome. All right, so are we all caught up on the comments? All right, so now we got to learn something tonight. All right, who's got? Let's go with a good. Who can give us something that we can learn? We already learned a lot. Is there a famous case out there, like a crime case or something? All right, Esoc wants me to look that up. Love to learn on this channel. This is all about learning. TURK. Have you ever been to Turkey, Esoc? I'm sure you said you've been to every country. How did you go to every country? Is what I'm fascinated to know. How in the world? Okay. Um, the Turkmenistan hotels. This is TripAdvisor I'm looking at. I want to find some good pictures here. Let's go to images. We're at images. I haven't been to Turkey. Oh, wow. I'll prove it's the tallest building. Okay, Asher, go ahead. You dated a Turkish woman for 4 months. And did you say your age, Esox? How old are you? I gotta imagine you're older if you've done all that. Um, is this a. Here's the flag, the capital, language, airlines, president, population. Let's go with people. Oh, wow. Okay. Asher, Asher wants us to look up. Wasn't that the tallest building that we looked at, Asher? Or you're saying there's another one? All right, so we're looking up the Turkmenistan people. Now, Isak, did you tell us where you are located? I'm having a feeling you're not in America. You know too much about Europe. Where are you at? Are you somewhere in Europe? Not the people. So, Asher, are you saying that that building that we looked at, the one you had me look up, was that the tallest one? Oh, you're in Toronto. Okay. How old, Isak, are you? You don't want to look up the people. All right. Tell us what on this list. What do you want us to look up here? Take a look at that. First of all, let's see where it's at on the map. Hang on, Asher. We'll get to you, bud. I want to see political map. So, are we talking the Middle East? There's Afghanistan. I have a friend that lives in Jordan. He was the one I went out to Las Vegas with, my best friend from high school. So it's over by Afghanistan. And what did you want us to look up, Esox? You're 24. How in the world have you been to all these places at the age of 24? Is it all from jujitsu? Wow. And you're telling me your parents didn't travel with you? It's a former USSR country, so it's European Russian. Okay. Um, see if we can get a better look at it. Guys, you never know what we're going to learn on this channel. Look at this. So where, like I'd like to, well, let me blow it up. I want to see where we're near here. Where is Russia on this map? I saw Afghanistan. So is Russia up here? And how long did you stay in this country for, Esox? Wow, this is just amazing. No, they did lots for Europe, just not to Central Asia. Russia is next to Kazakhstan. Okay. So up here, Russia's all the way up. So Esox, have you been to Russia? I wish they'd show a bigger map. Okay, we're getting a good look at it. All right, Asher. So let's look up Asher's tallest building in the world. Well, let's see what happens if we put it in here. I think I've asked Bruce that before. All right. Asher wants us. Ah, look at that. He's right. Look what comes up. Asher is correct. The Burj Khalifa. Well, guys, we've just learned the tallest building. Oh, you love Russia. Wow. Well, tell us about Russia because, wow. So a Canadian went to Russia. All right. Wow, this is a good picture here of the tallest buildings. Let's look at this real quick. So there's a good comparison. Asher, have you ever been in that? Have you traveled internationally, Asher? Where have you gone in your life? Yep, Asher, you did tell me absolutely. Search up the capital. It's entire marble. Oh, marble. All right, let's look it up. And we're going to look up the capital. All right, let's take a look, guys, at the capital. We're on a world tour on Daily Dose of Jeff's live streams. And you know what, guys? My daughter came home and said, do you know that the kids in her class put my live stream up in the middle of the class on a projector and sent me a video of it? I was like, oh my goodness. So I had to like start taking videos down and stuff. The whole class was watching Daily Dosage. Wow, look at this place. Looks wow, looks like our capital. Beautiful pictures. Asher, you were correct. Esox has jumped into number one. Let's get a top fans check real quick. Esox jumps into number one. Cheeseburger and Christopher. Where'd you go, Christopher? Christopher, you still out there, buddy? Welcome to Friday night. Friday night. What do you guys got planned for tomorrow? You did talk about me in class? No, not you, Asher. She was actually showing the kids a video of my daughter Ella. It was an offline video, not one of the live streams. Have you guys poked around any of my videos? If you want to see like my kids and all that from when they were younger, and yeah, I got all kind of videos out there. And my daughter and her friend were singing. I took it all down. Man, Asher, I mean, Esox, I can't believe all the places you have traveled at the age of 24. I've barely been over the border into Mexico, and like that was the only international that I've done. All right, I'm going to bring up my channel. Let's bring up Daily Dose of Jeff. Did you know if you type in a at symbol and then the channel name, it takes you right to it? All right, so no, I don't want to see my live streams. Let's look at my videos and yeah, right in the middle of her class. Esox says this country is all marble in the capital, and the surrounding cities barely even have roof and food. Wow, but the capital's all marble? Yeah, I know. Esox, I should. I know my wife, she's going to be turning 50 in August. She wants to go to Oregon. And I'm like, no. And, I really should, but it's super expensive and I don't have any money. No, Asher. All right, so I want to show you some videos on my channel. You guys really should check out. I made a lot of funny videos. All right, let's see if I can find some good videos for you. Yeah, we've been on YouTube a long time. I told you my kids' channel, 10,000 subscribers on that one. And then they all started hiding their face. I know. I don't know why she wants to go to Oregon. I think just to travel. Last year she went with my two daughters and her sister. They went out to California. My wife went with her sister to Hawaii. Um, can we talk courage? I don't think it's so much a courage thing. Um, I don't know what it is. I'm a homebody and I just like to stay at home, you know? Top college football. Well, we know, Asher, where you live, huge college football. Georgia Bulldogs. Yeah, definitely. All right, let's see if I can find some interesting videos of before I met Bruce here. Um, Here's a video. I just got done a 72-hour fast. Let me ask you that, Esox. Have you ever fasted? I like to do 72-hour fasts at a time. While only in the United, yeah, I mean, if we travel, it's going to be close. Um, I mean, I did go to California and Texas. Her brother lives in Texas, so we go there. We go down to North Carolina to the Outer Banks. Horns down. What does that mean? Horns down. Yeah, only U.S. I mean, you know what it is? Like I see all the things on the news about traveling, and I'm like, man, I don't want to deal with people getting arrested going through customs, and you go to those countries, and you never know when they're going to throw you in their jails, and I'm like, man, I'm not dealing with it. Just don't want to deal with it. Let me see here if I can find you a good video here. I know, I really should. It's not a good excuse. Esox says, I have for cutting weight. Oh, for fights. Yeah, man, I love fasting. All my numbers stabilize on my blood work. I've always had fatty liver and all that. When I did 2 72-hour fasts, perfect. Don't listen to the news. Trust me, it's all propaganda. Yeah, I know you're right. I know, but a lot of it's money thing too. Like, if I made more money, I don't have money to do that. I'm trying to get out of debt. The student loans killing me. Trump's making everybody pay the student loans back. All right, let's see. I'm still digging through my channel here. Daily Dose of Jeff. Do you guys know who Veronica Lake is? All right, watch here. I'm showing you my channel. And so this is if you guys could see any of these videos if you go out to my channel. And this is my voice. You're going to hear me. Constance Frances Marie Ockelman on November 14th, 1922, known as Veronica Lake. She was an American film and television actress. Lake was best known for her roles with Alan Ladd during the 1940s. All right, YouTube's gonna yell at me. I got all kind of after what did we watch that they flagged me? That they wrote to me afterwards. You got copyrighted. We were watching something. I don't think it was Tiger Woods, but YouTube was yelling at me after we got done. I did a lot of trivia. Oh, you know where I did a lot of these here? Dead or Alive in 2023. Anybody watch this show here? Mike Seaver. This is my voice. Dead or Alive in 2023. That's Leonardo DiCaprio right there. Alive. Kirk Cameron is still alive in 2023. So I did a whole bunch of these. Yeah, I got a lot of views on these. I just kept doing old TV shows, things like that. Charlie's Angels, The Addams Family. And you guys want to see me golf? So here I was taking professional lessons with Ted Sheftick, best teacher in PA. There I am. I was paying this guy $125 an hour. Let's take a look. How much does university cost in the USA? Well, my daughter's about to go out to one. I think, oh man, anywhere from 15 to 30,000 a year. Yeah, I got student loans. I got about 130 grand in student loans still, and that's going back about 25 years, maybe longer. 1998 is when I graduated. Yeah, I definitely got student loans. But they tell me if I keep making my payments till 2028, it should be discharged. So I'm hoping that happens. How do you have those student loans still? So I graduated. You're always adding this to it. Don't do that. Just keep it. Ted's yelling at me in that video. So as far as my college career, 1998 is when I graduated from food science. So that was like 50 grand. And then I decided to get my master's degree. That's when I switched over to computers, and I ended up getting the master's degree in 2005. Um, so that was like another 50, and then after all these years, it piled up 30 grand in interest. Yeah, student loans is a huge debate right now going on. But the deal is if you stay on their plan after 25 years, should be discharged. So for me, they're telling me 2028 of March. If I keep paying 454 bucks a month, I just made a payment today actually, then it should be discharged. But yeah, the interest just keeps accruing and accruing, and man, it's not fun. Asher, when you go to college, don't borrow money unless absolutely it's just for tuition. I was borrowing the max and using it to live off of. I shouldn't have done that. I should have worked. I made mistakes, and I'm still paying for it some 25 years later. So that's why, for me, living paycheck to paycheck because of the student loans, uh, having that hang over your head, and they discharged my wife's student loan. Now she was only like less than 20 grand, but Biden sent a letter and it said, "Congratulations, she got hers discharged, but not mine." Of course, mine was a lot larger, but yeah. So I told my daughter and anybody, if I were to go back in time and do college again, um, yeah, America's crazy. If I could go back, Asher, really, you need to put this in the back of your mind. I know you're a little young right now for it, but in a few years, Asher, you're going to start thinking about college. Here is the secret: the first 2 years, stay at home and take community college courses to get all your electives out of the way, your English and your math. Do all that at a community college or online. Super, super cheap. You'll, and then work a job and pay that off right away. And then you choose your 4 year, what university you want to go to after you get your associate's degree. So after 2 years, you get your associate's. Then go to a 4 year school, because when you have that on your resume, they're only going to ask you where you graduated from. They're not going to ask you about your associate's degree. And that, my friends, my nephew listened to me, and my nephew did that. He is out of debt, already has a bachelor's, zero debt. He did what I said, community college. Then he went to Penn State, 2 years. And you never, ever live on campus unless you are very wealthy. Do not live on campus. You live off campus. If you can, live at home and travel back and forth, even if you have to drive. But no, they'll crush you if you live on campus. Asher, you're going to go to sleep, buddy? Okay. Community college to Penn State? Yeah, he went to Community College of Philadelphia, and then he went to Penn State to finish up. And you still get a regular degree, just like everybody. The people who go there for 4 years get the same exact degree for people that go there for 2 years. So don't pay thousands of dollars to get your English and math and your general electives. Why do you need to go there? You don't. And you're going to bury yourself financially if you do. I lived on campus 1 year. It was fun, but it blows me away how much people spend on the, yeah. Now, if you're wealthy, fine. If you're smart and you want to save money, do what I said. Stay at home. Man, and now with online, oh, a breeze. A breeze. You take online courses. I got my master's degree all online from Regis University. Yep, and a master's degree. I really, looking back, I didn't need to do it. I didn't need to do it. It's just something I wanted to do. And at my job, I'm the only one that graduated college, and I have a master's degree. And a lot of guys are making more than I am at my job because they were smart and just got certifications. That's all you need to do. Um, the technical certifications is the way to go. Just keep piling those up, and you don't need to waste your time going to college. I'm not saying it's a waste of time. It was a waste for me to get my master's degree. I mean, look at the debt I have because of it. I didn't even use it. I could get the same job I have without any college at all. I could just get some certifications. Yeah. But I do want to tell you a funny story. Now you got to get a Jeff life story. So, when I was going to college for food science, I graduated when I was 28. Yeah, it's unfortunate America's debt system. Yeah, it is bad. All right, so you're ready for my one experience of living on campus, and it was short-lived. So I lived with mom, 27 years old. I had one semester left before I was going to graduate. I said, Mom, I think I want to live on campus. It was about it was about a 45-minute drive every day. And I said, Mom, for the very last semester, I want to live on campus. I said, what do you think? She says, all right, give it a try. So, I enrolled and they told me where I was going to stay. Mom packs me up all this food and my clothes and, had everything packed up for me. And I went out there with my buddy Scott and we get there. Now, I'm 27, mind you. I walk into this dungeon. I walk down the steps. It is teeny bopper heaven. I mean, there were teenagers, 18 years old, all over the place, like hundreds of them. And this is all on the very bottom basement floor. There were 3 floors to this building. And I'm walking through. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. I'm looking around. It was dark. And no, I don't think you would have. I didn't like it at all. There were little tiny kids. I just felt like I was surrounded by, like, 11-year-olds. And as I'm walking, I'm a 27-year-old guy, and I go in and I'm looking at the bathrooms, and everybody had to share a community bathroom, showers, all that. I'm looking at this like not what I expected. So I walk into my room. It's not even a room, it was like a big open space. And I saw 2 guys in there, and I said they were my roommates. They said, "Are you Jeff?" I said, "Yeah." They said, "You sleep up there, top bunk." And I was like, "Up there?" They said, "Oh, yeah. And by the way, on Thursday nights, yeah, don't plan on sleeping here. The parties are too crazy." I said, "Where am I supposed to sleep?" They said, "I don't know, but you're not going to be sleeping up there. It's wild in here." I said, "All right, this isn't working." So I go with my buddy. We go get something to eat. I call my mom up. I said, "Mom, I can't do this." I said, It's literally like living in hell for me. Like, they tell me I can't even sleep there on Thursday nights, Mom." She says, "It can't be that bad." She says, "I'm going to send your brother and some friends up there to see what it's like." And one of them was my friend Rob. Now he's deceased, but Rob was I think I did a video all about Rob. And he was the big mouth, big burly guy. So Rob wants to check it out. And man, it was the wrong person to send. So he's walking through the hallways. "Look at this crap hole." Well, he didn't use the word crap. He's like, look, and real loud. So all the heads are turning. "Look at this crap hole. Oh my goodness, nobody could live here." He walks into my dorm room and he's like, "Get your stuff. We're getting out of here. You're not going to be here with these little teeny boppers." Like, Rob's just insulting them. He's loud and he drew a lot of attention. Well, as we're leaving, I noticed that there are kids following us, thugs, and now the mouthing starts to go back and forth. F bombs are going off back and forth. We're walking as were exiting. I have my stuff. I think I had maybe 3 or 4 friends with me, and there were like 30 kids, following us. And now the shouting's going back and forth. Now we're into the parking lot. I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be bad. And Rob's not backing down. We made it to our cars, surrounded by kids. We just got in the cars and just zoomed out of there. kids everywhere, throwing stuff at us, all kind of name calling, and you could imagine. So that was my time on campus. Like I said, it was short lived. Maybe I was there for 3 or 4 hours for the whole day. And so then when I get back to school, to my friend, this Chinese guy, and I said to him, "You told me that you have your own apartment, your own shower." I said, I wanted to try it, and I didn't have anything like that. And he's like, "Well, no, man, it was about to be a fight, Esox. It would have been bad. I mean, they were thugs, and there were too many of them." So, but I asked the Chinese kid who's the one that talked me into doing this, and he's like, "Well, where did you stay?" I said, "Work hall." He went, "Work hall." He's like, "No way. Oh man, no, you're in the wrong building. You need to go to this other building." And we all have our own room, and yeah, so that was a nightmare. You did 1 year university when you were 18. It was fun. Lots of partying. Yeah, yeah, I know. Um, all I think about is this. I think it was a meme from one of the universities, and it said these all the college guys are on the top floor, and they hung a gigantic sign, and you could see the cars pulling up to drop off their kids. And I think, what did it say? It said, "Dads, drop off your daughter here, and drop off mom too." I was like, "Oh man, like I don't want to send my kids to college." No, that was just that was Indiana University. No, so I went back home and finished my college life there at home. Never stayed on campus, but yeah, the partying was bad. So back then it was called Delaware Valley College, but I don't think the college they changed it. Um, but yeah, food science, and that's where I met my wife. Well, that's the first time I saw my wife. Um, I think I told you guys the story how I met her so in the nightclub, and yeah, but we actually remembered each other going on the one trip to Lipton iced tea place where they make all the Lipton products. Incredible. So here I am. I'm still golfing here. Good old Ted Sheftick. I really did. I wanted to be a pro. I wanted to be a pro. All right, let's see if we have any other good videos here. Where's all my live feeds? Look at them all. All right, guys, getting really late here. I think I'm going to end the live stream. So Esox will pick it up tomorrow. You can tell me who won in the UFC. I'm going to watch the end of the Timberwolves game, and I'll probably go live in the morning, 7:30 Eastern. My morning crew is a lot of fun, man. We get a lot of people from Indonesia, and everybody wants to show us different foods and cultures and all that. So, all right, let's get a top three fans. Esoc is definitely the number one fan. You got to work tomorrow? Oh, okay. All right, our top three fans, Esox. Let me take the screenshot. Congratulations again, Esox coming in at number one, Cheeseburger at number two, and Christopher number three. Biggest boy Michael coming in at number four. Bruce has been putting the top four on the thumbnail. I don't know if you guys saw that. Indonesia is like the Philippines, but worse. All right, well, we're going to get into that because there's a lot of beautiful pictures they were showing me. Um, Indonesia, but from what I hear, that the Filipino women love American men, and I mean love them. So we'll get into that tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I'll be up early uh, with my morning crew. We have a lot of fun out there, culture wise. Yep. All right, Esox, man. You have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night, and go Blue Jays.